Hey, I'm glad you're here. Come on in. Step inside. Let's you and I visit. Well, my name is Lou Vickery if you are stopping by for your first visit. We are excited that you're here. We've been sharing what we call generational wisdom for months now. And we got a great story for you today. I want you to just hang in there for a few minutes with me. Let me tell you the story of a meal. It was the middle of the 12th century. Emile and his family lived in a small village in southern France. He was employed as a stone cutter. Daily, he told at the process of taking huge boulders and breaking them down into smaller bricks. And he had done that for years. Steadily, he would cut and chip with a wooden mallet at the boulder that set before him. When he completed it, Emile would place the brick into a stack and he would go to the next boulder. Emile would labor to make bricks. And like I said, he had done it for years. Well, in fact, for 20 years, Emile labored at his job. Each year, he grew more and more weary of the drudgery of chip, cut, stack, chip, cut, stack. Well, you can imagine. It had to be rather, I would say, create a element of being solely focused on one thing. Had to be monotonous, didn't it? Well, as it turned out, one day his employer came to him and says, Emile, you seem to be feeling a little bit overwhelmed about your never-ending task of converting boulders into bricks. Recognizing his plight, the employer says, tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to offer you a vacation. And I want you to go and take your family to the city of Paris and enjoy some time on me. I hope you have a few days of relaxation. What a joy it was for Emile and his family. They had never been outside of the small village where they lived. They were amazed when they got to Paris by the traffic jams of ox-driven carts, the big stores, the hordes of people at the market, the overall activity of the big city. Emile and his family reveled in the splendor of the sights before them. Emile's employer had basically told him that he wanted to take a look at something special while he was in Paris. He told him about a cathedral called the Cathedral of Notre Dame. Emile and his family were speechless as they approached this great cathedral. I don't know what you know about the Cathedral of Notre Dame. Just 5 years or 6 years ago, they had a big fire and it was damaged dramatically. And they just reopened at the end of last year, 2024. But the overall size of it is amazing. It's over a football field and a half long, by 457 feet long. It's 153 feet wide. That's right. 153 wide, and the roof line is 155 feet tall. Now, that's a big building, folks. And that was the cathedral that Emil and his family were spellbound by. As he and his family toured the great cathedral, Emil set out to examine more closely the architectural design and construction of this magnificent facility. And there at the base of this new cathedral in France, this stonecutter from a small village in southern France noticed for the first time the fruits of his labor, because the very foundation of this marvelous structure was the bricks he had cut from the boulders. Emil fell to his knees, and he thanked God for having been given the chance to be a part of this great structure. And he returned to his job with a renewed vigor and vim. He now knew that his seemingly unimportant job was indeed very important. Isn't it true? Don't we often think that maybe what we're doing doesn't have a lot of value? But sometimes, if we take the time to work our way through all the discouragement, the problems, the frustrations that can become overwhelming and make our efforts at times to appear fruitless, we can find the true nature of what we do and how important it is. Well, maybe your job is not that important. Is it important to you? Is it important to your family? I'm a great believer in the law of what I call the law of everything. Have you ever heard of it? You see, the law of everything says that everything we do matters. There is no neutrality. For every choice, there's a consequence. That choice will either add value to life or it won't. You see, that decision rests with you and me. It is ours alone. I want to offer this to you. Good is the enemy of better, and betterment is the enemy of best. And good enough is not good enough if better is possible. So it appears that the best way to make your good better is to work to make your better best. So stay with it until your good is better and your better is best. The story of Emil could very well be your story, very well could be mine. Life is a life of continually getting better, improving, learning. We cannot say there is nothing more to learn, no more skills to develop, no more techniques to improve, no more projects to make life something special. Always welcome the opportunity to outlive your life. Well, I'm Lou Vickery, and this story, as I mentioned, I wrote years ago. The story of Emil, and it still holds true today. Check us out at our website, our book website. It's www.awiseword.life/library. So until we meet again, you keep a smile on your face, you keep happiness in your heart, and you keep optimism on your tongue. I'm Lou Vickery, and I'll see you soon.